Hey guys, welcome back. We are playing something exciting. The undead is back. Hey guys, welcome back here. We are here to play another Pauper League here with mono black zombies. I have literally just tested this new list that I've been trying. It went pretty well. I tested off camera. Got a 4-1 where I misplayed against Six Land Spy. I was sort of doing some editing at the same time, which is why you probably shouldn't test and play at the same time. But I basically had Fairy Macabre in my hand and they exhumed, and I just let it go. They ended up on 6 and I had 9 power in play. Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate, but I also didn't have the Fairy, which I would have gained if they exhumed and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, here we are. We are playing Mono Black Zombies, as I said. We are playing an artifact package with Retrofitters, Shambling Ghast as a sort of artifact, 4 vaults, 4 walking sarcophagus, which you've probably seen me play previously, and then 4 refurb familiar. And effectively, we've got a bunch of 4-ofs. We've got 3 Lazotep Reavers, because the card's like pretty weak overall. It does have some utility, of course, but it is generally weak. We're playing 2 Nameless Inversions as removal that we can get back with Ghoul Caller's Chant. We are playing 6 Village Rite effects. We're playing 2 Corrupted Conviction and 4 Village Rites. We're playing 4 Changing Outcast, the greatest zombie of all time, that actually is just an unblockable 1-1. Can't block either, so go very aggressive. But it also allows us to basically play Ghoul Caller's Chant into Walking Sarcophagus, to allow us to basically get that wombo combo of setting off the max speed. We're playing a small artifact package, as I said, to support Refurb. Refurb plus Ghoul Caller's Chant is quite good. And then 4 Gem Palm Polluters as a sort of bird spell. Yeah, it gives us some reach, but also gives us some utility to basically just fireball people, just, you know, cycle it, Ghoul Caller's Chant, bring it back and cycle it again. That's basically the idea. It works out pretty well. 4 Curse Marauder, which is actually the secret MVP of the deck. It really does get around a lot of problems. Like I played against Pilipala combo, for example, and it just eats Pilipala against protection. Rather than Chrysalis, it eats without obviously the spawns, etc. It's really good. Like obviously it does have bad matchups, you know, like the elves, etc. But obviously mono red, it can eat the pingers, you know, because they don't run that many creatures. You can trade with the 1-1s with Shambling Ghast and then just eat the 1-3s and the 0-3s. That's basically the idea. Moving on to the sideboard here, we have no life gain, which is a thing to obviously be concerned about with mono red. But we are playing 4 Duress here, 3 Arms of Adar for like the aggro elves go sideways matchups. 4 Snuff Outs, and then 4 Fairy Macabres. Basically, just because there's a lot of graveyard-based decks about. A lot of Dredge, a lot of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 9 Land Spy, or whatever it is. 4 Snuff Out just as our generic removal spell. 3 Arms against the gold white strategies, and then Duress against the combo decks. We are surprisingly fast. We can get going at a reasonable pace. So that is that. And yeah, that's basically the deck. I'm ready for some fun. I'm ready for some undead. And do not forget to like and subscribe. Do not forget to check out Casting Commons, join our Discord again. It's a great way to join, talk to us about Pauper, all sorts of like this stuff, while also, being a great way for giveaways. And do not forget to check out Manatraders if you just want to rent decks. And I will see you guys for round number 1. Hey guys, welcome back into round number 1. We are on the play. We've got, unfortunately, got a 1-land. If this was a Shambling Ghast, I maybe would have kept this 1-lander. Because we can basically go Changing Outcast, attack, sack it. But we're very much reliant on drawing another land here, I think. So I'm just going to mulligan. This hand is infinitely better. I don't want the 3rd land, right? It doesn't really matter about the vault, really. It's actually beneficial to have the vault, especially game 1 when there's no Snuff Outs in our deck. There's no need for swamps. Peatbog! We're either against mono black land destruction or against poison storm. Those are the 2 decks that generally run Peatbog. I guess like there's the mono like a mono black ramp deck with like dark rituals, etc. as well. But for the most part, it's usually just poison storm or what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, mono black land destruction. What we turboing? 3 mana. Is my land gone? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Mono black land destruction, eh? That's annoying. Attack! Do we kill our guy? Try and find a land drop. We definitely hit a land drop with a treasure, right? You're snuffing out our guy. Definitely are gonna do this. Also, don't snuff out in our turn. It triggers speed. Obviously, they don't trigger it twice, but just to make you aware. They've had to snuff out our 2 mana 2/1, which is actually 2 mana 3/3. Blow up your land. Or are we playing Peat Bog? Just blow up our land again. Destroy a target land. If that land was snow, do what? Do one of them that land's controller. Sure. So I can. Do I just village right this? I know I don't get max speed, right? But I definitely get a second land to play Lazartep Reaver and potentially find another land. Ghoul Caller's Champ brings it all back. This is rather annoying. They're on what, 14? I don't think I want to use my treasure just yet. So I don't know what I want to do with it, right? They've just used 2 Ponzo effects. I think this sets up quite nicely to stop Fawn of the Black Rose, which I imagine is something that they'll likely look at doing. Chitter. Sure. Go. Do I even care? I don't think so. I'm just going to play a Retrofitters, right? Retrofitted! I don't really care about most of this stuff, right? I don't think so. Swamp Cycle, sure. What an interesting deck to verse. I would like one more land. Obviously, function on 2 drops is pretty nice. Also, the chance of them drawing another land destruction spell is quite high. Like now. Okay. Luckily, they didn't have Threshold, right? Yeah. If they actually had Threshold here, we would have lost both our guys. Pretty relevant. Interesting. Sure. Land. I think I'm going to attack for 2. And then I'm going to Ghoul Caller's Chant, the Shambling Ghast, and Sarcophagus, right? I think... Does that seem better? Yeah, that seems better, I think. Return 2 zombies. We return Shambling Ghast and Sarcophagus. Sarcophagus is a 2 mana 3/3. So that's pretty good. And the Shambling Ghast replaces its treasure. So if it was to die by a Rancid Earth, at least I get another treasure back. I also, actually thinking about that, I probably should have just Reavered, right? And it made this a 2/2. So it means it doesn't die to Rancid Earth. Is this each creature, each player? Yes. So I could kill the Chittering Rat if they were to do it. They have 3 lands. Do they have another Ponzo effect? I would like them to not have another Ponzo effect to then let me play a 2-drop. Obviously if I draw a land, that is. But the Changing Outcast's probably going to win the game, right? They're probably only on Snuff Out. Don't be a Rancid Earth. 2 cards in hand. Don't attack for 2. Okay. Whoa, didn't expect to draw that. Oh my god. Do I attack with both of these? I like attacking with both, to be honest. If they don't block, great. If they do block, I get a treasure and play a 2-drop. Like, this one's a free block for them, so obviously they're not gonna block. They're gonna block this, but this is less free. We've seen 2 Village Right effects right now. Mono black. Mono black. Swinging for 4. It's they're swinging for 4, but we're swinging for 3. No blocks. What you got? Another? Wow. They're attacking for 6. So we attack for 2. Effectively in the top 15, they've seen 3 Chittering Rats, which is highly unlikely, and then 3 Ponzo effects, which is fairly likely, right? They'll probably run like 12. So like that's not awful. But they hit for 6, we actually block 1. So we take 4 here. I just kind of want another land for 2 reasons. 1, so I can play a Reaver and give this a counter to make this a 2/2, which obviously increases the clock anyways. But then 2, I get to play a Walking Sarcophagus, right? They don't seem to have anything going on land. I knew I was going to draw that. I don't know why, I just had a feeling I was going to draw a Refurb. Maybe I just have to block here. Block, make a treasure, play a Sarcophagus. Which I don't think actually does anything, right? I might actually have to Ghast, kill 1, take 4, then hope to draw a creature I can play. Okay. Create treasure. It's sort of the same thing, right? I just name this version instead of blocking. So they do have a defile. Seeing triple thing is quite unlikely, I guess. But, huh. So take 4 out of 4. And dead. Cool. Yep. We go again. Duress. Cut some of these 2 drops. I don't know how much I want a Curse Marauder. Or Nameless Inversion. I probably don't want any Nameless Inversions, right? That's probably fine. And that's sort of what we want. That was pretty close, but their deck's very draw dependent, right? Change and Outcast pretty good because they sort of want to either ramp out a Ponzo effect or they want to ramp out a Monarch. And having an answer for the Monarch is a good thing. So I'm fine with that. That was pretty close though, considering the nature of their deck. There's no way we can keep this 1-lander right against Ponzo with no duress. On the player, we've got Shamblingast. Do you know what? I'm going to keep this. This might be to our better judgment, but going Shamblingast attack into Village Rites might be a good plan. Assuming we draw lands, of course. Play a Swamp. You're going to duress me. Walking Sarcophagus. I guess I'll play this Change now, cast then. Little likely. I'm not saying that it's impossible, because I can just go Dark Ritual Ponzo. But they're likely not going to Ponzers now, right? Unless they literally have Dark Ritual. Okay. Can we draw a land? 8 cards, they discard. If we draw a land naturally, it'd be pretty good, right? I guess maybe not. Because of Drowning Sorrow. They're stuck in cleanup. All their cards are that good, they don't know what to discard. Land. Refurb. Okay, let's attack for 2. I probably Village Rites this now, right? Give me a land, 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 give me a land. Double land would even be fine. Ho-ho, let's go. If that's the case, then do I follow this up with Walking Sarcophagus? No. So that's an artifact, that's 2, that's 3. Yeah, so I'm going to go Walking Sarcophagus next turn into Refurb. And hope we don't get drawn. They have a Combage, which is... That's what makes me want to... Well, I guess I've got a Curse Marauder, right? How many do I keep in them all? 2. Radiant Fountain. In their mono black deck. In their only 2 cards in the graveyard are double black, but it's alright, here's a Radiant Fountain. Cast an irrelevant land destruction spell. Oh, they're going to cheer. Sure thing. So I'm going to attack them for 1. I'm going to play the Walking Sarcophagus. Attack for 1. Then play a Refurb. I'm playing into Drown a little bit here, right? But I think I'm okay with that because I max out on Gem Palm quite a lot. And we also... excuse me. So that goes up. Speed up! Changing gear. Triggered from Speed's emblem. Are you going to snuff out my Walking Sarcophagus? You are. Okay. That makes me insinuate that there's no Drown to come, right? I'm expecting a Ponzo effect here. No attacks, I would guess. Because it's keeping the retro back, right? They are attacking. Okay, sure. There's another chitter. How many chitters do these lot see? Like, seriously, that's a lot. 2 chitters in the top 13 and 3 chitters in the top 15 last game. Crazy. Crazy time to be alive. Do I Accursed? Sack this, attack for 3. And then while that's on the stack, do this. I think that sort of works, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I sack this. So it's all control. Cycle! Why can't they be rat zombies? This is a rat zombie. It's actually a zombie rat, but you know, the thing still applies. A land would be nice as well. Means we can actually normally... Ooh. Yeah. Let's sack this because if we do draw a land, we can bring it back. Let's fly for 2 and attack for 1. Have you got a Defile here? Oh, the Lost Life due to Polluter. I was thinking, how are they not on max speed? But obviously, yeah, get wrecked. We didn't even need the sideboard cards there. I do... No, actually I think both of these are fine. So then, I don't really... I guess we take out these 2. Right, shave a little bit. We want... Effectively, they've kept Snuff Out in. Which again is an odd card to keep in against a mono black deck. But we will see. Another 1-lander. No village rights here, right? I don't think we can keep this. They start with 7. No removal if they're keeping a comeback switch hand. Right, we have to mulligan, right? This hand seems much better. We probably just bottom the gold callers, right? Go shamble into walking. Go from there. Peat bog. Okay, I guess we're gonna go shambling into village rights at this rate. Actually, probably shambling into retrofitted. Because I'm assuming they're gonna play land and blow up my land. Maybe they've got this like cool sideboard tech strategy of I board out 12 cards, bring in 12 cards because all my land destruction's bad on the draw. Something like that. I don't really understand the purpose of this deck. I never really have, to be honest. Oh my god. It like sort of makes sense, right? Sort of, I guess, but not really. You're a witch. Silent. Okay. Like I get it in principle. You know, you're gonna play these lands that make your lands better and all this sort of stuff just to blow up my lands quicker, yada yada yada. Like I get it, but I also don't at the same time. Like when initiative was there, like I get it because it has a good clock. Like it can literally turn one initiative, follow that up with land destruction, so they don't have time for you to go through the dungeon. So that makes sense. But when you don't have that quick clock, I don't get the point. Like what is it not like? Is it not better to go, I don't know, troll exhume than land destruction? Because then they don't have time to interact with the troll as it's a 4-turn clock. That sort of thing. I'm just going to cast a troll here. They're casting a troll into a deck that is well known for having a Curse Marauder. Sure. 1, 2. So I can go this and this. Or I can go this, this. So let's go this, play a land, hold up village rights, pass. So we don't get to put the thing to 3, but we're gonna get hit for 6. Like this is sort of what I'm talking about, right? To an extent. Like they want to be doing this, but then follow this up with land destruction. Did we board the Accursed Marauders back in? I feel like we did, right? Yes. So I have 4 Accursed Marauders to draw to. I wonder if they're gonna hold. Yeah. I am going to village rights this. And I'm going to create a treasure token. That gives me 3 artifacts for the refurb. Duress, Corrupting Conviction. Got it. Let's refurb. Discard a land destruction spell, I'm assuming. Whoa, shock. Let's attack for 1. See if they're going to defile. Stops this becoming a 3-3. Nope. Always yield to this. And then going to Duressia. Chainers and a cast down. A Fairy Macabre, a Crypt Rat, and a Chainer. I guess we get rid of the cast down. Cool. Crypt Rat is obviously slightly awkward here, right? I feel like if they attack, we would probably just take this as well. Fairy Macabre, such an odd... I guess it makes sense, but again, it's an odd card to include. And Chainers as well. Keeping Chainers and Snuff Out in. No attacks, sure. Do that, and I'll probably leave it. See what we draw. Another one? Sack this. You're gonna Fairy Macabre it? No. I'm gonna Changeling Outcast, and then I'm gonna attack for 4. I don't really care about this right now. We're winning the race. This becomes a 3-3 as well. So then, if they then decide, oh, let's attack, we're now definitely winning the race. Because, well, look at our board. Oh, yes. Did you find a land? It is an odd one. But this is the sort of thing that I was sort of over and iron about, is they want this quick clock, they want this big 6-5, which, again, is a quick clock. Just coincidentally, they haven't got there. Okay, you attacking? Sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do they have Dark Ritual? They need Dark Ritual on a land to be relevant, right? Oh. Okay. So let's do this. We will sack the Accursed Marauder. And they have to sack the Troll here. Yeah. What were we drawing? A land. Okay. So yeah, we basically sack this. They have to sack this, and then they have an irrelevant 5-5, and we just go. Even if they sack this, we kill them, right? Because we have this 3-3. If they sack this, they have this 5-5, and I just go attack for 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're already taking 6. So they get put to 1. Yeah, pretty good going. And then die to the backswing of these. They would have to find... I don't even know, right? I don't know what the other card is. They would have to have a Dark Ritual or a land in hand, which they probably didn't do. Because they would have played one of these. But, yeah. Anyways, see you guys for round number 2. We are on the player. We can't keep the 0-lander. I was just replying to our opponent who said, good luck, have fun. Always nice to see. We'll keep this and get rid of a village rights because corrupted conviction is better art. And we will play a Transmogrant. Transmogrant into Reaver. Sure. Definitely a Transmogrant into Reaver. Pass. We have a million ways to block this. Are they going to bolt the 1-2? We sort of want the Voldar and Epicure dead though at pretty much any cost, right? So I probably should have even went as far as attack for 1. They had it hit a lightning bolt, they don't have a land. Okay. I'm going to attack for 2. I'm going to force them to trade. Because I know that, again, a land will find them a Flame Breather here. They block the 1-1 that can come back. So if they find a land here, like they did, then they're going to play a Flame Breather. Or they're going to play a Tomb Raider. Okay. It's sort of the same thing. Honest. So, we'll take 2. No. Okay. No. I'm going to sack this. I probably should have done that before, actually, because in case I drew a nameless inversion. Jesus Christ, what an idiot. What an idiot. So I'm going to play a land here. I'm going to attack? Question mark? Yes. So I've just took 2 damage for no reason. So attack here will make the 3-3 Reckless into a Flame Breather. 3-3 is back. Shamble. So here we want them to go not land, Flame Breather, pass. And don't hit both of them. They hit a land. Flame Breather. Clockwork. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go block. They attack. They don't attack. Okay, that's not the worst, right? So we actually get to go Curse Marauder. Sack the... So we lose a damage here. We'll gain a 1-1. No. They sack the Clockwork. They hit a Synth. We cast Return 2 Zombies. Returning the Nameless and the Accursed. And we Nameless on this. Play land. Swing for 5. You're on a 3-turn clock. Just with obviously what we've got on board. Synth. Sure. Got 5 cards in hand though. They've got a lot of cards. They hit another land. It's not good. Another Haster. Or another Reckless effect. Yep. Chain Lightning. We're going to hit the 3-3 here. If the Chain Lightning is 3-3, it's a good sign for us. If they hit us, it's a bad sign for us, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to do this. And they're on 4. I probably just play this, right? And then I hold up the Accursed Marauder. To sort of let through the way if we need to. But we have to basically be dead this turn, right? Which is possible. Yeah. Play the land with 4 cards in hand. So we can actually block. So we can block this and actually bring it back and make it a 3-3. I'm really intrigued because they didn't have any lands, right? So I'm really intrigued on what's in their hand to not kill us this turn. Yes, puts us to 7. 3 cards. Puts us to 3. We're just dead. What was the slow roll for? I'm asking them if they had another burn spell. Because if not, I threw the game, right? Because obviously that attack for 2 on turn 3 cost us. So we basically just want the Duresses. I don't think we want these, right? They don't really hit a lot. But I also don't know what we want to cut, right? A Polluter. Maybe 2. A Reaver. Reaver's actually not the worst. Curse Marauder seems fairly solid. It's more like probably Outcast. Do I even cut an extra and keep a 3rd Polluter in? That seems a lot. That's annoying. But yeah, I think I'd probably win that game if I didn't play like a Spongle and end of turn Village Rights. Oh, apparently they had another Galvanic. So it didn't matter. Okay. The only awkward thing about this as well is being mono black, right? But they obviously had a lot of action. They had to have a lot of action. They didn't have lands, so it was obvious that they had, they didn't have lands, so they had to have spells, and basically they run creatures or kill spells. So it's one or the other. Maybe even this outcast should be a snuff out. I don't know. They run 6 removal spells, right? But 4 aren't exactly for Kessig. 1 land on the player. Do I have time to be fanning around? Not ideally, right? But if I hit a land here, it sort of sets up quite nicely. Especially if they don't have Tomb Raider. If they didn't have Tomb Raider here, we'd probably be okay, right? Oh, we hit land anyways. I just have to race this. Like, see if they'll trade here. I have a gold collar chance I will trade. But we also, while we're doing that, we get to set up quite nicely with the... Ooh! Ouch. Yeah, this is not going well. Let's attack. Oh, they got 5 cards still in hand. Jesus. Yeah, that smash was brutal. Just have to play this. And then we're going to look at double blocking, right? Yeah, they just have so much burn, right? That we need life again in this deck. Synth, sure. Mountain. If they want to throw something at it to kill both, that's fine. It's 3 damage saved for a 2-2, which we actually have. Serum Blades! Oh my god, that is revolting. What the hell? So I'm going to return both of these, right? Am I? I'm actually going to attack here. Yeah. I'm going to attack here, put us on full speed. Then I'm going to Curse Marauder, sacrificing this. But we're on 10 and they have 5 cards in hand, so we're definitely dead. Sure. I can't believe they had a smash for the sarcophagus. Was I supposed to cut the sarcophagus, maybe? Like a 3-3. If I bring a 3-3 back now, it storm walls everything, right? Thermal. Land. Don't be silly. Pass, because this has to block the Epicure. 3 cards in hand. Sure. Tomb Raider. Ouch. So they attack. We trade here. They take 1. Relic. Probably the sarcophagus. Actually, we have a second one, right? I would have really liked the land there. So I kind of want to go call this chant now. But it's like, what am I bringing back here? Maybe I don't. Maybe I just play a sarcophagus. They've got 1 card in hand. Maybe I just Ghoul Callers here. Ghoul Callers bring back Lazatep plus Retrofitted. Retrofitted's not an amazing card to play, right? But it's a 1-1 that blocks. But we're going to 6 here, right? They attack. We block. 1. Take. 1. Crack. Hit Synth. Play a land. Play a Synth. Sure. Lightning Bolt. So Lightning Bolt flipped is good. For us anyways. Block. Land. You can do this now just so you can F6. Come on. We should have to play this out, right? Got 5. I could have played the Reaver there, right? But it just doesn't do anything. Like this at least Storm Walls stuff is my main thing. I just had that anyways. Yeah. I don't think this is a very good matchup, and I don't really have it considered really that much for the board. I think it's a lot worse now Kuldotha's banned because they played a lot less burn spells, right? And they were very much about creature combat, where obviously that's where we obviously got quite a lot of good back and forth going. Maybe I'm supposed to put a life staff in here. Something like that. Maybe, but it's just where do you put the space. Anyways, see you guys for round number 3. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 3. Reigns Yux, who's usually a... Unfortunately, this is keepable. Usually a mono red player. So, yes, always good fun. They are not. Could be on something like Madness, right? Let's play the Reaver here. I maybe should have played the Vault, but I don't think it really matters that much. Spellbomb, sure. Spellbomb's actually quite annoying. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Curse Marauder. They're on Affinity, so... here I'm going to attack for 1. Little 1-1. Little 1-1. Plop. And then I followed up with a refurb of my own. Get wrecked. It's a zombie. Blue thunder. I'm actually going to hold up village rights for the zombie army token. Yes. I guess they're trying to see if they want to find a better land to play, right? Is sort of the idea, I think. You attacking for 2? I'm assuming not. Whack. Go. Goal callers, Gentile. Okay. Yeah, let's offer the trade. So here, I'm actually going to do this, see what happens. They're probably going to pop this. They get no value. As in, they don't get a draw card. But, alas, I'm going to hold this back in case I need to discard that to a refurb. Very weird. Maybe I was too aggressive on the village rights. Obviously, it changes things now that I knew I was drawing a Shambling Ghast. Sack 2 things, like a Wellspring and a Blood token. Yeah. Cool. And this dies. And then I die. See if we can draw a Gold College Champ. That'd be pretty good. We draw a land. I think let's call it a day there and go next. What do I want here? Very Macabre. Very Macabre's not the worst. Duress. Not great. Snowfall's not great. Arms not great. Probably actually I'd want Fairy Macabre, right? Names inversion's pretty poor. Probably want another one somewhere down the line. Probably here. They're really good at obviously hitting blood fountains. So we only have to do it one Crackland side of things, right? And that's the idea. This is keepable. They're in a multi 6. So we have basically retrofitted plus Reaver here to just start attacking, and then obviously Gold College chance in the future for if we start sacrificing things. Obviously retrofit is a good one to have, especially with all these lands, right? Because it's a good way to say if they do Crackland, okay, here's a 3/3, etc. I think essentially we just need a strong start with like Sarcophagus and stuff like that. I think this is a good one as well with obviously the Guild Callers. So like here we can attack, then cycle. The basic swamp. Play land. They're going to Deadly Dispute something, I think. Deadly Dispute, or well, I said Deadly Dispute. Fanatical offering the blood, turn it into a map. A tap land, I'm assuming. Yeah, refurb plus tap land, I would imagine. Spell bomb. Okay. So we can bolt them here. And then force the hand with the gem palm. I quite like that, to be honest. So we'll return this. See if they allow it. They'll probably pop. Right? It's a good card to keep a hold of as well. Cool. And then I get to attack for 3. And we're basically looking to try and avoid the Crackland Shaman. That's what I was looking for. They're on 10. Murder Enforcer, sure. I guess our Village Rights is token here. I could have Village Rights the Lazartep Reaver though, right, as well. I guess we do that, right, this time. Shambling Ghast. It's a good one. Land is also another good one. Shambler. Shambalambalambala. Shambalambalambala. Bonk. Yes. Draw. Return 2 cards. This and this. And then we have Village Rights to sacrifice if we need to. We're on 6. It's quite an interesting one, right? Because they can't play a bargain getting 7, sure. They can't play a refurb really well because it increases the count, right? Yep. Mirror Enforcer, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crackland, less fine. They try to make it a 2/2 to keep it around. I feel like this matchup's very, very, very draw dependent, right? So we kill this. Great treasure. And they still get a bargain something. Jesus, they're on 17. They have so much life gain, it's unbelievable. A land's not the end of the world, right? A refurb. A 3-mana refurb as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. I say just return this, right? All the refurby goodness. Just got a card, please. Imagine if the Crackland and kill the bot again. I'm just going to concede. There's no point in going round and round and round and round in circles. Right? I don't understand how we deal with another Crackland. This is my problem. Yep. I have to keep out of the gem palm, right? So we can bolt them right now for 2. And the land's not really what I wanted. It allows me to bring this back, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think I'm just very, very dead. I think I have to try and deal 4 to them this turn. Sure. I think they must have another one to play, right? The double bargains definitely hurt us, for sure. Mer Enforcer plus Familiar. Yes. Do I hold off? I don't think so. I need to try and chain them into a Guild Caller's Chant, right? Is my route to victory. Refurb. Change an outcast. Change an outcast, not the end of the world. Refurb. So I would have drew refurb, and then... Yeah, I guess I could have waited, right? I would have dealt 1 more damage. Put it with 12. I feel like I'm so off this. Yep, I am so off this. Let's go to round number 4. Hey guys, welcome here to round number 4. We are on the play. So I don't want to keep this hand, but I feel like we can keep this hand, right? I'm going to try this. I think it might be a mulligan, but I think there's that little lands in the deck, right? 1, 2. There are 5 lands, there's only 12 lands left in our deck. So the chances of us drawing a land for probably the rest of the game are pretty slim. And we've got 4 vaults. So we've pretty much got a way to activate all our refurbs when we draw them, or if we draw them. And we've also got a nice curve of Shambling Ghast, Sarcophagus, and then attack. Seems pretty solid. So, Vault, Ghast. Hopefully they're not on an aggressive deck. Blue. Are we getting 4 spiked? I think they're probably on like something like Fear, right? Could be High Tide, of course. They're reading this. We got a reader! We got a reader! Yes! No! Oh, I thought there was a Brine Barrow coming there. Yes! Placets. Alright, okay. Do I do this now? Shock them? But to draw a card? I like how also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, we did. We drew a land on the. I didn't even realise we drew a land on the first turn. I'm gonna pass. See what to do. Brainstorm, sure. Blue, red, eh? So it's quite annoying, really, because I cut the. I did an arms and an extra Ferma card for what would be the Infernal Caretaker slot, which is really good in this sort of matchup. Wow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 10 lands left in our deck. That is crazy. Crazy. I feel like the chances of us drawing a land for the rest of the game are really low, but then a breath weapon here. They bolt this. So let's start with a cycle. Just because I need some action, right? It doesn't like all of a sudden become immune to this because it still dies to a bolt, but sure. I think pre-board this should actually be a reasonable matchup, right? But I don't think that's going to be quite the case with the 5 lands still drawing 2. The drawing 2 land, right? We're a 17 land deck, so drawing 2 lands in the first 4 cards is quite slim. And they've got a counter spell up here. Like a Curse Marauder again would be a good solid card, but it's just going to get countered. Yeah. So I'm going to do this, try and find well, more things really. I shouldn't draw another land. Wow. Wow. That's surprising to me, like how many lands we've actually drew here. Maybe I should have led on Village Rights. Yeah, we're probably just dead here, right? I get it. I get it. Like, a Curse Marauder is not going to do it. We want Snuff Out, we want Duress, right? We probably don't want all of the Snuff Outs. Outcast seems pretty bad. Nameless Inversion seems pretty bad. Something like that. 4 Curse Marauders, 2 Snuff Outs. Seems sort of reasonable, right? This hand's sort of the similar vein, it just does nothing, right? I'm gonna have to mulligan. I'm gonna mulligan into Oblivion here. Nope. This hand seems quite a lot better. Is it the 3rd land we want to get rid of, or the 2nd Curse Marauder? We don't have anywhere to shuffle, right? So with this Curse Marauder, if it's on the bottom, Whatever it is on the bottom. If that's the case, it's probably a swamp, right? Could be gem palm. Don't think I want a gem palm on the bottom, alright. Shambling! Yeah, I think if those 3 cards weren't lands, like if they're anything at all, we probably would have got there, I think. To be honest, I know they had triple terror, but we have answers to deal with terror, but obviously Guild Caller's Charm would have been fine, another Curse Marauder, etc. So, like here, I need another 2-drop or something to play here, right? Island, Ponder. Correct Ponder choice. I'm just not gonna play anything. I feel like I might Gem Palm at the end of turn. Like, we have outs to just obviously Guild Caller's Chant it back for later. It cycles into something else. We at least get to deal them 1. Let's cycle this. I think we've just had really unfortunate draws. Duress, huh? So, here I don't really know what I want to do. Obviously I don't know what I'm drawing, of course, because our opponent is busy. So in 51 cards, there is 14 lands, because there's 1 swamp on the bottom, right? Sarcophagus is actually reasonable, right? But I also want it to resolve, and I know it's probably going to eat a counterspell, so I'll probably just duress them. See if I can take their 1-off counterspell, and then resolve the Walking Sarcophagus next turn. Be interesting to see what they do, because they could probably, if they don't counterspell this, they are going to counterspell this. Okay. There's a red. Augur. Another Gem Palm, huh? So, do we just walk in Sarcophagus, get the speed on there, and then start a curse? Oh no! I clicked the wrong button. I mean, sure. I clicked the wrong button, I was fixated on something else. I don't know how incorrect this is, but I think more getting the speed down was the reason. It didn't really matter. Because nothing was getting in right. It opened us up more to a breath weapon, actually. So maybe this way at least I can play an island as well. And the square, so I discarded that instead. Sure. Terror, that's fine. Sort of okay. I would have liked a land. So we're gonna... A Curse Marauder here. Village writes this in response. Their guy dies. We found a land and a duress. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So we're gonna take the Lorien revealed here. They have a terror, an island, a spell pierce, and a terror, which is pretty good. And then they're gonna play a terror here. We'll play land, play terror, and then we a Curse Marauder, kill that guy. Hopefully draw a land, play Walking Sarcophagus, or a 1-drop. Either or is fine. There's the terror. They played the island? Yes. So they have spell pierce or none. Refurb, huh? So do we take a hit to go Walking Sarcophagus refurb? I don't hate that, you know. It also makes it so the chance if they draw... Okay, that's sort of not really that relevant. Your spell pierce is gone. They play a land and pass. Sure. We'll take 5. Land's not the worst. We'll play a Curse Marauder. With the trigger on the stack, we'll Gem Palm Polluter. Yes. Sack a guy. Attack for 2. And they're off the top. We're off the top as well. I'd like to say we've got better draws, but we actually don't. We have powerful draws. Guild Caller's Champ, for example, is a solid one. Delver. Delver's an interesting one. Let's play Reaver. Play Shamble. Attack for 2, put you to 11. It's weird to say, like, oh, should we have polluted there for 2? But obviously if we didn't, we wouldn't be this far ahead. So this isn't a... It's a land, okay. I was going to say it's not an instant or sorcery. Otherwise this would have flipped. Village Rights would be a good one. Land is not. Swing all out. Resolving that duress and getting the information is definitely key there. The debating. The debating what to do. I don't think I want to play this land. I don't need to play this land. We're on max speed. They're on 6, so they're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We also get information on this if this flips as well, which is quite interesting. So if it does flip, they get to tell us what it is. Well, they have to tell us what it is. Delver's a really interesting one in this deck. In like a blue-red deck. I've thought about playing blue-red, like Razzle Dazzler again as well, which seems pretty sweet. I've played the deck a ton. You could even potentially go mono blue as well with like Demon Inferior, but you basically you have your threats be Delver, Razzle Dazzler, and then a couple of a couple of potentially terrors or something. They revealed a Delver. Sure. Okay. We weren't really drawing particularly hot. The Delvers kind of make me want to... I would have brought the nameless versions in, but we didn't bring all the snuffs in. Do we potentially cut one of these? That I can see. Reaver seems fine. There's no point in bringing in Macabres or anything like that. I don't think so anyways. This seems like a solid keep. We need obviously still more zombies. We've got double corrupted conviction. No Delver as well, which is good. But we can go Vault Duress. Vault Duress. Spell Pierce. Brainstorm. Lauren Revealed Augur. So we take the Brainstorm here. I don't think we particularly care about the Spell Pierce, right? They play the Island. They play the Augur. And they get Brainstorm. Cool. Another Refurber. Hi. Discard a card. Probably the Spell Pierce. Then we get to go... Ooh. Have they got a Lauren Revealed? We've got 7 cards. Go back down 5. Play the Mountain. Attack for 1. Bolt my guy. Sure. Snuff out. So let's refurb here. Got 3 cards in hand. One's a Lauren Revealed. They discard a Deep Analysis. Okay. And then we will Duress. Take the Lauren Revealed. You've got an Island in hand. Sure. What you draw? You know, Deep Analysis. Put yourself to 17. Interesting that they kept the red open there. Then they played the Island and they got 3 cards. They attacking for 1? Sure. And they Brainstorm in their attack. They're brainstorming at weird... The casting spells are very weird times. Like they're attacking and then bolting. But I'm assuming it's so they can F6. I'm obviously not blocking here. 3 cards in hand, huh? Creature. Retrofitted is actually pretty reasonable. Do I Corrupted Conviction this now? I feel like I do. Land. Sarcophagus. 2. Put the speed up. It's F6 in the hope that we cast a Lauren Reveal. Well, 5 cards in hand. They hold that back. Do I snuff this? Or do I just attack for 2? I can snuff this attack for 4. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think attacking for 4 is much better. Put them on a bigger, like a quicker clock here. We can then thing the refurb as well. Like we put ourselves at life risk and also open ourselves up to terror here, right? But I think overall this should be fine. We're at 11. Murmuring Mystic, okay. Ponderino, sure. Again, this is sort of where the... What's the word I'm looking for? This is where the Accursed Marauders shine, right? Like obviously Murmuring Mystic and Terror and stuff. They're really good. We're really good at getting around those cards because obviously it's non-token and sacrifice and doesn't target. So we'll bring this back. Boop. Case in point. Do we just sack this? I probably sack the refurb, right? Like I want to do... Do I just sack itself? Yeah, I sack itself. They sack this. I sack this. We attack for 5 here. We leave this back. They block this. Village writes this. Draw 2. They have a Spell Pierce. Oh my god. As if. But this is why I was debating sacking it. Sack this itself there. Is because of the Spell Pierce. So they don't get an extra 1-1. But they take 3 here. This goes to max speed. And then we're sort of away. They do have a 1-1, however, but we have 2 3/3s. Is sort of the idea. They both avoid Breath Weapon, which is quite nice. They don't avoid... They have 3 cards in hand. Sure. Shambling Ghast is a reasonable one. We will pass here, I think. It's probably the best bet. We'll probably end of turn sack the Shambling Ghast here to kill the bird. Is that a reasonable thing to do? Kill the bird. Bird dead. This is getting counterspelled. Bolt this. Okay. Snuff, eh? I'm almost certain I would have thought they would have killed this. They would have countered that, right? Because it was our last card in hand. Let's test the theory. Cool. Attack for 3. You're not 5. What you got? Electrickery, my guy. Sure. That's funny. Attack for 3. Not 2. It's funny that they obviously electricaried the guy, which then obviously stopped them dying. Terror, sure. 2 cards in hand, huh? Give me a zombie. That's a land. Okay. We're on 10 though. We're a very low life total. Let's have a staring competition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10 lands left. No, we've seen 0 ghoul caller's chance in these 3 games, which is rather interesting. Another terror, that's not good. They're on 2. Please, game. Please. Not ghoul caller's chance I was talking about. Do we just go double refurb here? Because I don't think I want anything else, right? I just go double refurb. They definitely have a counterspell here. They've had 2 turns of doing nothing. Surely they have a counterspell. I'm very, very nervous. Oh, please. It just allows me to attack their hand while also... I think it's a correct play, right? It definitely feels like the correct play, but... Oh, come on! I don't understand why they took so long to think about that. That's my only thought. Yes. They're now going to attack. They don't attack. What are they doing? Really, Deck? Really? They're on 2, and I have 17 fucking lands in the deck? Oh my god. I literally have 9 lands in 36 cards. Like, fuck me. There's a reason I play so little lands as well, is so this does not happen. But it's happened 2 games. Now I'm fucking dead. Fuck me. Why couldn't you be 1 card fucking deeper? So we play this land so we can block and bring it back. Jesus Christ, man. Honest to God. It's so fucking frustrating. Stupid thing. I can't believe they didn't have a counterspell, and then in 2 turns they drew a counterspell, which is fine, but then we then proceed to draw 2 lands, while they also draw terrors in the meantime. Yes. Really? 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 Fuck this game today. Honestly. Literally electric rid on the turn that I drew the gem palm. I proceed to draw 2 lands when there's only 10 in my deck out of 40. Like, fuck this game today. Jesus Christ. See you guys for the next one. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 5. Let's see if we can 2-3 this bad boy, because honestly, after that last game, I feel like I want to stab someone. The variance on that was nuts. But we go next. Blue-black here. So it's probably blue-black. Could be blue-black fake. Could be blue-black snacker. Whatever it is, they're holding up counterspell. No, they're not. They're playing Modern Age. Okay, so the blue-black snacker. Got it. Discard your sneaky snacker. Sure. Cool story, bro. We're going to play a walking sarcophagus. And then attack for 1. Put the speed up to 2. We've got a ghoul caller's chant. God forbid we actually found one. Holy shit. We're going to attack for 1 here. Put the speed up to 2. They get to go draw, then draw. Draw, then draw. So then if they play something like a Preordain, the snacker comes back. They pitch an ice tunnel. Okay. I would like another land here. Okay. Your sneaky snacker is backer. The snacker is backer. Yeah, I would like another land here. Just 1 game, just in case you were listening. 1 land would be fine. Suffice. You know, there's only 17 lands in the deck. But here we go. Thank you. Why, thank you. So, do we attack for 1 here? Or do we attack for 3? They do get to... I think I'm going to attack for 1, right? No, for 3, sorry. If they want to flash in a spell stutter to kill our 2-1, that is fine. Sure. I'm going to play a Shambling Gas. They're probably going to spell stutter it. They don't. Okay, I'll play another Walking Sarcophagus. I'm going to spell stutter that. They do not spell stutter that either. So very interesting. Interestingly enough as well, we can attack all out, right? So we can attack all out, and then when they decide to block their Vector Glider with their Sarcophagus, I can Gem Palm for 4, which will then trigger the speed, put it at max speed, and then it'll trade. which is quite a nice thing to do. Like, obviously, you get the surprise, here you lose life, sort of thing. They decline to shuffle. They attack for 2? No. Village rights, huh? Interesting. I think village rights is a nice way to obviously interact with Spell Stutter Sprite and Sneaky Snacker. They're gonna block this. Surprise, motherfucker! Thank you. Take 4. Take 4. Yes. Speed! Maxed! Boom! 3 3s. Cycle. Draw a card. Nice Vector Glider, brah. Oh, a refurb. Also a reasonable one. Absolute blowout. You're on 10. I don't think I want to play anything, right? I just think I want to hold up the village rights for Shambling Ghast. Thought Scour, mill themselves too, sure. So they're looking like they're going to have some sort of... Thought Scour implies some sort of terror build, right? Okay. You're going ham. Super ham. Go on. Gurmy. So they're playing Gurmy, Cryptic Serpent, Modern Age, Snacker. Hey, what the f is going on? What the? They're deciding on what to exile. Yeah. Sure. Lazarus Reaver. Okay. So we're going to play a Curse Marauder here. We are going to sacrifice a Shambling Ghast for our troubles. Create treasure. Create treasure. That allows us to play this refurb for 1. Right. They discard a card. 3, 4, 5. Spell Pierce. Sort of expected a Spell Pierce, you know. We will pass. I think if I'm going to do something here, I'm going to block with the Accursed Marauder and Village Rights it. I think. Sort of thinking about it. 5 is Lauren revealed. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, yeah, Lauren revealed. Sure. Snacker's backer. Snacker is backer. I could also just discard the Shambling Ghast, right? Yeah, sorry, sacrifice the Shambling Ghast. Interesting, really. Yeah, I think I'm going to Village Rights this. See if they have another Spell Pierce. They do not. Another land is actually pretty good. So we're going to Ghoul Caller's Chant, return 2, return Gem Palm, and a Curse Marauder. And I'm basically just going to play everything out, right? Yeah, just... So, what do we want? We definitely want Duress. We could potentially take Macabre as well. They have Snacker. It's a much... a different beast, right? And I definitely think I want some number, because I don't want the nameless inversions. Reaver we can trim on. Change the Outcast. Do I just want to keep it? Probably not, right? It's just a bad card against them. Then do we bring in 1 Macabre? Or do I bring in another Snacker? Another Snuff Out. I think 1 is sort of pointless, right? So we just bring in another Snuff. But then there's Gurmag and there's Sneaky Snacker that are just bad against, right? So maybe I just cut 1, bring in the Reaver. This seems like a good solid hand. We get go Vault into Retrofitted, into Vault into Refurb. We actually get to go Refurb into Shambling Ghast or Refurb into Hold Up Village Rights. All are fine. I'm assuming they're going to go... Oh. Okay. That's a lot better for us. Island play Island. Ponder. Yes. Got 6 cards. Yes, we get to attack for 1 here. I guess the only card I would replace what I play, right, is Sarcophagus, right? Because I really want to get that set off. But the Vault is not it. I think, unless they have Suffocating Fumes, which I highly doubt, right? Card seems pretty unplayable right now. I'm probably sort of okay. So I just play all these out. It's got a mental note, huh? But we also, on the plus side, we have lands now for the Retrofitted. Right. Cool. Get an island? Sure. Bondage? I'd like another 1-mana zombie here. 2-mana zombie is also fine. And it'd be cautious of arms for Vidar, right? Sort of. I don't want to just fully... Like, if I get a Sarcophagus here, do I, like, play it into that? I can play it and hold up Village Rights anyways. Since at the end of the world, the Retrofit comes back the following turn. We're hitting for 4 here. Not unreasonable. This guy's popping up. On the plus side, their removal's pretty, like, it's semi-muted, right? A Curse Marauder's a semi-reasonable draw, actually. Play Vault. Attack for 4. Curse Marauder's a good way of getting rid of the Modern Age, getting rid of the other big creatures that they're going to play. They're brainstorming in response to the draw discard. Interesting. Surely you just draw discard, then brainstorm. You see less cards this way, right? Well, you do clear the top a lot better. What happens if you drew a sneaky snacker there as well? It's like, what's the plan here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. No arms, no nothing. Just play land. Back for 4. So I could have cast down, which again's fine. 11. The dude flips. Cryptic Serpent. Okay. And that is it. Okay. Snuff out. They have, what, 4 cards in hand? Did I just kill a flyer here? They most likely have a counterspell, right? So I feel like I do this because they're more likely to counter this, right? Because this obviously gets through. I'll pay for a spell pierce, but obviously they're definitely just going to hard counter this. Sure. So I play land. Then I hold control. I Curse Marauder. In response to its ability, we will Gem Palm you for 4. Drawing. We draw. We draw. Oh, dude. Another Curse Marauder. That makes me want to get rid of the Shambling Ghast here. Make a treasure. Let's see what they do. Be interesting to see what they get rid of. If they get rid of this, they have the bigger creature. We can block this for days. If they keep this, I can't get in with the flyer, yeah? Create a treasure token. So we do open ourselves up really badly to... So let's just sack this one. I probably should have sacked the 1/1, but it means I get in for 3 this turn, right? Nice. And we have lethal here. Let's see what they got. They've got a Gurmy. Sure. We get fly for 2 with this. It's on the end of the world. We also get to end of turn at the brainstorm first. Sure. Gurmy time. Gurmy time, hold up cast spell. Currently brainstorm locked as well, so whatever 2 cards is on top is on top. That might not necessarily be a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a thing. Yes. Is this lethal? Yes, if they get rid of this. So if I village right here, so attack for 2, right? Attack for 2 here. I village right the retrofitted. Got 2. So I village right the retrofitted. We're on 16, so we take a hit from this. See if they counter it. If they counter it, I Ghoul Caller's Chant and win. Yes. Return 2 target zombies. We return this and this. Just do. GG. Cycle. Easy. Let's go. So I think my main thing, I really do like this deck. I like the list. I think the 17 lands is sort of fine. It's hit and miss on Screwed or Flooded. I think the only issue is potentially the Change Outcast. It works quite well with the Sarcophagus. Right, but you really want obviously to get to 4 so you can do this and have 2, 3, 3s, and then you have the flying support. All that's all bollocks. But I basically don't know if Changing Outcast is the card that we want. Like, do we just want the Nested Shambler? There's a couple of 1-mana zombies that we could run. Like, Nested Shambler's the big one. Obviously with the Nameless Inversion trick. Unsure if that's necessary. It makes your Gem Palms worse. If that's the case, you probably only want 3. Because if you go on Nested Shambler Nameless, for example, run 3 and 3. Nested Shambler Nameless, you basically make 4 squirrels. So it's like, what you want to do here? Like, you're sort of conflicted, if you know what I mean. Because your Gem Palms are going to get worse, naturally. This is why I sort of moved away from a sacrifice effect. I just had, like, Corrupted Conviction with Shambling Ghast and stuff to sort of keep the cards flowing. But obviously, you generally want to just play your zombies, and that was kind of the theme I was going for. I do like the list. I think the list seems to work sort of well. I think the main thing is I think the first league I played, which I 4-1'd, obviously, which I touched on earlier, I versed a lot of decks where all of these sideboard cards were incredible. I versed Elves, which is the Arms. I versed what else? I've got Walls, which obviously the Snuff Out is really good. I versed Six-Land Spy, which the Fairy Macabre is really good. I versed Pala, which the dresses were really good. So it's like, if you know what I mean, I'll verse Fog where the dress is really good. All that sort of stuff. So I've versed matchups where they were really good. It's a very narrow sideboard. And with that, you obviously get them issues. I think the other thing as well for me is, I think if you want to open up your sideboard / deck, like you want Silvok Life Staff for this, you want all that sort of stuff. I think at that point, you open it up, but you're weaker against certain things. So, like, here, my sort of deck was, right, okay, I accept I lose to Affinity and I lose to Kuldotha. Affinity, I can still have game in certain aspects. Kuldotha is probably an auto-lose. That's fine. Just accept that, move on. Like, sorry, not Kuldotha, Mono Red, because Kuldotha was actually semi-reasonable. But, you know what I mean. And it's like, I think this list is sort of fine. I think you'll probably change the sideboard up a bit. You could sparse on numbers to sort of get where you need to go. But ultimately, I think this deck's sweet. I think it's got a lot more legs than people think, for sure. As I say, so two leagues, a 2-3 and a 4-1. I think it should have been a 3-2. That blue-red matchup was absolutely horrendous. Like, that was just hard variance. So, is what it is. I hope you do like this video. I hope do not forget to like and subscribe. Of course, always a great way to support me. We are nearly at 2k subscribers, so if you could subscribe and get us there, that'd be a great way to show support. Do not forget to check out Manatraders, of course. And of course, the more important one, do not forget to check out Casting Commons and our Discord. Great way to talk to us, great way of being giveaways, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!